Thank you to our warm and very embracing Brazilian hosts. You've given us a fine and wonderful welcome here. We appreciate it very much. The Internet Society is a global organization. We have 112 chapters in 96 countries, 146 organizational members, and almost 80,000 members, all who are dedicated to an open, trusted internet for everyone, everywhere. The internet has always been about building the future. How we've built it, we call at ISOC the internet way. And with a nod to Demi and Vint and Steve and me, the internet community has a mantra: rough consensus, running code. That methodology has resulted in this miracle that we've been talking about for the last 4 hours, that has both disrupted the past but cleared the way for our future. So how do we think about that mantra at ISOC when we think about the IGF? What is rough consensus? At the IGF, it has been about what we have been doing for the last 10 years. Users, the technical community, the academic community, the civil society, human rights advocates, and governments have all been meeting each other, listening to each other, learning from each other, and agreeing on a set of principles by which we have gone about our work across the globe. It is actually quite startling and amazing to think about the consensus that we have reached in the last 10 years and the results that have happened. Together, collectively, we have built the internet. This idea about governing is also central to these discussions. I like to say, you don't govern the internet, we govern ourselves. And that takes this constant dialogue across the globe with very, very different points of view that allow us to come to some settled ideas. There will always be other ideas. There will always be new ideas, and thus this idea of running code. What could it possibly mean here? It means experimentation. We experiment, we innovate, and then we move forward. We reinvent, and then we move forward. We form alliances, we collaborate, and we act, and then we move forward again. This has been our tradition. This has been our culture on the internet, and it's one that we need to hold on to. Over the last 10 years, the Internet Governance Forum has given us a place, an opportunity, and a goal to forge bonds, to view and voice our aspirations, to learn from each other, and to express our solidarity in this idea, this reality, and this potential of this thing that we call the internet. We have, in addition, deepened our dialogue and our understanding with very diverse, culturally diverse, geographically diverse stakeholders, including governments. It has been actually an experiment that will be talked about for centuries if we are successful. But now it's time to move forward again. I too am heartened to hear that we may well get a 10-year extension of this forum, something we didn't know and we were worried about not happening. In 10 years from now, we will know and we will understand that either we have achieved a globally connected, open, trusted internet for everyone, or we will have failed. It seems that then it is now the time, as we hopefully start our next 10 years, that we reassert our commitment to this bottom-up, multi-stakeholder approach and begin to invent, experiment, and innovate for the future. Because we have two imperatives as we move forward in the 21st century. The internet has evolved, it has changed, and it has left us right now with two huge challenges. One, to connect the 60% of the world that is not connected. We cannot abide with a world that is divided digitally, that, as someone said, is divided economically. We cannot deny what is the central nervous system of our economies to half of the globe. And no, we will not achieve the development goals in the poorest countries of the world if the poorest countries of the world are not connected to the internet. Thus, imperative number one, we need to connect the rest of the world. And imperative number two is just as crucial: trust. We need to ensure that this tool, this transformational network of networks, is trusted. Trusted with users' data, with their identity, with their privacy, with their freedom to express their human aspirations. So I am looking forward to working with all of you this week. We at the Internet Society are dedicated to this forum. We are thrilled at where we are. Giannis, the BAG, the organizing folks have worked very hard this year to take this forum and make it more substantive, make it clearer about the outcomes we would like to see, make it clearer as to how we share with each other. So as we face the future together, let's consider that we have the future in our own hands, and take this thing we have all created together and let's bring it forward to the future. Thank you very much.